Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee.
Welcome to rules, Representative Chapman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What I'd like to talk about tonight is a couple of ideas that I had that are designed to get members to their assigned committees quickly so that we can hear public's testimony. We do a lot of important things in this building. We do a lot of important things on the floor. We recognize people during our session. Sometimes we might have a high school team come up to be recognized. We recognize people for their accomplishments. We pass resolutions doing that. These things, though, can take up a lot of our time. I can't say, and anyone who's been here for a while, such as yourself, Mr. Chairman, knows that the amount of time we spend on the floor on things like that is greatly increased. There was a time when I can remember when we maybe took up one or two resolutions and had them read a week, and maybe adjourned in memory of one person a day. But people like to be recognized, and it is an important thing that we do on the floor. In addition to that, we have our duties to debate the issues and vote on important legislation. But out of all the things that we do here as representatives, I don't think that there's anything more important. If you were to make a laundry list of things that we do, I don't think that there's anything more important than listening to the public when they give their testimony in committee. And I think that over the past few years, we've really kind of slacked on that, and we could do a much better job. I think we all know it, 5:30 at night, we're usually still on the floor. We've got members of the public waiting for us in committee. There's receptions that are going to start in a half an hour. So basically between 5:30 and 6 o'clock at night, we need to be in three places at the same time. It doesn't work. But out of all those things that we need to be at, there's nothing more important than being in committee and listening to the public. So I've got a couple of ideas that I think that could save a little bit of time, and not big ideas, but over the 75 days that we're in session, I think that they can add up to an awful lot of time, and it's really prime time. We're talking late afternoon when this would help to make us available. The first one I first proposed in 2015, and it would allow the speaker to assign resolutions to be read either during lulls in the session or at the break. And what I had envisioned, by the break I mean the rise, what I had envisioned is something along the lines of what we see on CNN, or on C-SPAN rather, when we watch cable, where you have the camera focused on somebody in Congress and they're giving a speech, but meanwhile other things are going on around them. I think that the camera can be focused on the House Clerk after we rise and begin to head to committees, and the clerk can read the resolutions into the record on TV in a dignified way. We just have to go about our business and do so as quietly as possible. A couple of other ideas that I had, which would allow the speaker to dismiss members to attend their committee hearings at the conclusion of the daily calendar. That is something that I don't believe needs a rule change in order to do. And by that I don't mean dismissing everyone to their committees at the end of the calendar, but the Judiciary and the Finance Committee in particular, there are days when they've got large numbers of the public waiting to testify. I don't see any reason why we should hold them up on the floor. I think we should dismiss them to their committees. It may require a rule change whereby if there is a substantive vote on the floor, that the speaker be allowed to call those members back prior to taking that vote. That's probably unlikely. The last thing that I would like to talk about, and it's a little different, but it does have to do with the committees, and that is allowing a 24-hour waiting period to elapse from the time that a sub-A is ordered and is heard in committee. I think it's a good idea. Perhaps with the approval of the committee, the chairperson could hear a sub-A with less than 24 hours posting if it is non-substantive or just technical in nature, but only, I think, with the approval of the committee. This is something, in my experience, that is very workable. There have been times in the short time that I was a chairman where we had sub-As come up and there would be questions that couldn't be answered by legal counsel, so we put it off to another day. It was never a problem. So I'd be happy to answer any questions of the committee.
Representative Jack, thank you for your proposals. We will be taking everything that's said tonight into consideration. And thank you for your participation. Any questions? Representative.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Jack, I'm going to ask you this question, but I'm really directing it to, there's going to be a number of other people testifying, so I want to raise a few issues I hope they can address as we move forward. Specifically, the issue about the sub-As. That was not something that I wrote about in October, but I think it's a very important issue, and just for the education of people watching this, both in the room and on television. There's a lot of talk about suspension rules. I think that's a misplaced concern. I think that every year that I've been here, the rules have been suspended, but people misunderstand it's not the rules, it's certain limited posting rules to allow bills to come from committee to the floor and so on. That is not the issue. The issue is the substantive changes that get made to the sub-As on the same day. That's the real sin, so to speak. I'm glad you raised that issue. I know other people raised that issue, but I have a proposal for you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it and others. Most of the sub-As in the 10 years that I've been here are not big deals. They're bills that are passed unanimously, they're not controversial, they're just coming out quickly in the session, they're minor changes. You can read them in 2 seconds and understand them. But every year there's a few substantive bills. Last year was the pay equity bill, 1 year was the 195 commission bill, I think it was 2010, you and I were both looking at that. They get radically changed. I would propose that sub-As, when the rules are quote-unquote suspended, the 48-hour posting requirement, the sub-As can go from committee to the floor unless 1/3 of the committee members at the committee hearing, typically our committees are 12 to 15 people, so it's supposed to be 4 or 5 people, they vote to hold the bill for 24 to 48 hours. If you have that number, you're not going to allow one person to create mischief. Unfortunately, given the small number of Republicans, even we can't create mischief. We need some help. But you're not going to have the works gummed up. But you are going to have those few handful of bills each year that are controversial get held over for more public attention without causing the session to spin into July and August. I think that's a practical alternative. I'd like your thoughts on that, and maybe else in Washington's more thoughts on it.
It is a practical alternative, and as if I were a committee chair in that situation, I think that I can see situations where I would use my discretion to put the vote off for 24 hours if committee members, even if it wasn't a majority of the committee members, if it was a committee member or 2 committee members with legitimate concerns, I don't think it's a problem to put it off in most circumstances for the 24 hours. But I think that leaving something to the discretion of the chairperson, I think needs to be a part of what we're trying to achieve.